Hi there, this is Miss Leahy. I'm the technology coach at Collins Intermediate, and in this short video I'm explaining how to use Chatterpix to make a picture that talks. And so in this example we're doing symbols of the United States, so I'm going to bring in a picture of a symbol and then I'm going to say some facts about that. So we're using school iPad, so the first thing I'd like you to do is I'd like you to notice what number iPad you have. In the bottom left corner of your iPad there's a white number, maybe A11 or C12. Write that down in case you need to use that iPad another time and you don't finish today. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to swish to find the SSO button or app. So mine looks like this. It's black with a red and gray set of links. Sometimes it comes in as a red and blue. So in either case it says SSO underneath, and you can tap on that and open up your SSO. That's because we're going to save our picture eventually to our Google Drive. So at this point in time you're going to tap in your username and password. After you sign in, you'll see your screen changes to your SSO page. We're going to leave that just like it is. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to open up a new tab. I don't know if you noticed, but your SSO page opened in Safari, which is a kind of browser that's on iPads. And to open up a new tab to find a picture, we're going to tap the plus sign. It's in the upper right corner. I tap on that, and then in the very top where it says search or enter website name, I tap there and I'm going to type in Liberty Bell. And then I'm typing the phrase for kids. That's to keep things as safe as possible, and also so that if I have to use a website, I'll be able to actually read the website because it'll be written for kids instead of adults. So we are using pictures today, so I'm going to tap on this word that says images. And that way it'll just pull up pictures of a Liberty Bell. So great. I'm going to choose this one. So I tap once on it, and now I'm going to take a screenshot so that I can trim it down and edit it to get to this picture. So to take a screenshot on an iPad, the school iPads, at the same time you're going to press the power button that's in the top right corner and the home button, which is that big button at the bottom. So I press it down at the same time and you'll hear the camera go off, and you tap on that little picture that swished down into the left corner. Then I take my fingers and my finger and I swish the edges of my picture so that I'm just trimming or just getting the actual picture. That's what I like. So when I see that I've trimmed out everything that's extra and I just have the picture, I'm going to tap up here. There's a word that says done, and you really can't see it very well. There it is. Press done, and I choose save to photos. So now we're finished getting pictures. So I'm going to go ahead, and you'll notice that I have a little X right there. I'm going to tap on that so I'm back to my SSO page. And we don't need that quite yet, so I'm going to press the home button. That's this big button at the bottom of the iPad. And now I'm going to actually go to Chatterpix to get the picture, get to the app that allows me to make the picture talk. So I tap on Chatterpix.
Duck, duck, moose. Welcome to Chatterpix.
And the first thing that it asks is to take a photo. So that's what we want. Even though we already have a photo, you're still going to use the take photo choice. And then in the bottom left corner you'll see the little library symbol. So I can tap here and I go to my iPad library. So there's the picture that I want to use. So I tap once on it and that picture comes in. I like what I see, but if I didn't, I could just kind of move up and down. I could also choose, when I like what I see, I could choose next. It's in the upper right corner. Now the next thing that happens is this is the place where I can actually draw my line wherever I want to on the picture to make the mouth that's going to move. So in my case, I think I'm like the mouth down here. So I'm drawing a line. I can make the line as long as I want or as short as I want. And then you'll notice it's a dotted line now, and underneath that is a microphone. So tapping the microphone gives you a countdown, and you'll have 30 seconds to say the facts or whatever it is that you're saying if you're doing a different project. But of course you have to talk with your teacher to see what you're really supposed to put there. So I'm going to tap on the microphone. It does a countdown, and then when I'm finished talking, I press the stop button. Then I need to check my work. So let's check it. So I'm pressing the play button. It does a countdown. And there's my Chatterbox, which I like. Of course, if that was for real, that cut off, so I would want to redo it. So anytime you want to redo something, you just use the microphone here again. But I like that. So I'm actually going to choose next. Again, it's in the upper right corner. And now comes some editing that you could do with the picture, but I don't really want to spend time doing this editing with the picture, the filter. But what I can do, if you have time and of course your teacher allows you, you can add little accessories. So for instance, if I wanted to add maybe, I don't know, a hat. Some of this stuff is Christmas related, so I wouldn't probably do a Christmas thing. But anything you want that is, of course, school appropriate. I'm going to put some glasses on the Statue of Liberty, maybe put them up here. Make her look really fashionable, little Miss Liberty. I could also, if I wanted, make a frame, but I'm not really too interested in making the frame, so I'm going to skip that. I could also tap the text, and then I could write something like Liberty Bell, which would be great. I tap here, and I tap my text box, and I type whatever I need to type, and then I can change the color that I want it to be, and then I can click done, and then you can move those words around. So whatever you want. I don't know if you noticed, but I put two fingers down, and I can swish the words around. Alrighty, so when I'm finished with this part, I tap next, and then I can play it to see if I like it. Microphone. It does a countdown. Let's say I like that. So because we're going to save this eventually to our Google Drive, it'd be great to tap next, and then I'd be saving it to I could save it to the gallery in Chatterpix, but I really want this button here for our purposes, because we're gonna save it to our Google Drive so that eventually maybe you could put it in your slideshow. So I tap on this save, and it's going to give me a message that says exporting to camera roll. I think you can see that. Yep. So that means now this little Chatterpix is like a little video in your photos. So let's see how to add it to our Google Drive. So I'm going to press the home button. I'm going back to my SSO link. And remember, I've already signed in, so I'm going to go to my Google Drive. See this triangle? I tap once on it. And the system says I'm authenticating. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check this little window right up here. I'm going to look at my profile pic, and I'm going to see if that's really me. If that isn't me, then I know that by accident somebody didn't sign out of their Google Drive, and I need to tap on that, and I need to sign them out. You'll see that right there. It says sign out. So if for some reason you signed into your SSO, but when you went to your Google Drive, it's somebody else's Google Drive, then you need to tap sign out. That really is me. So the next thing I'm doing is I'm tapping over here where it says new. I tap new, and I choose file upload. And then the choice, I don't know if you noticed, but it says photo library. So I tap on photo library, and there is my cute little Chatterpix. So I tap on that, and I choose Add. See the word Add in the upper right corner? And then it's going to add it. See, it says Upload Complete down here. When we're finished adding that, you need to come up here. It's a little bit different than using a Chromebook. You need to come up here to that little profile pic that you have, or maybe you don't have a picture, maybe you have initials. I tap on that, and then I choose Sign Out. And when I choose Sign Out, it signs me out of my Google Drive, but also looks like it signed me out of my SSO, which is really great. So I close that tab. If you still see this open, it's no problem. You go to this hamburger menu, which is this 3 lines, tap on it, choose Logged In As, and then choose Log Out. Then I can close this out, and then I can press back on my home button, and I'm done using my Chatterpix. To make sure that you're completely done, you can always press the home button twice, and then see all these windows. You can just swish these all closed. You can see there's a lot that are open right now. Alrighty. Now, if you'd like to use that in your Google Drive on your Chromebook for your slide presentation, you're welcome to do that, as long as your teacher says it's okay. Thanks for listening.